Battlefield 6 Season 2's delay. It's crazy. What we're gonna do is we're gonna go over this. It's been a while actually since we've done a article read for Battlefield 6 about what's going on with everything that's happened. Sorry, there's dust in there. And pretty much, yeah, everything that's just been going on with Battlefield 6. You know, the last one where I was talking about it in a few of my videos was, you know, the update 1130, which pretty much undid a lot of bug fixes and caused more issues, resulting in, you know, the RedSec Elite series crashing, or not crashing, but like not working, and they had to cancel it. So let's go ahead and check out the contents of this. All right, so they said here the Battlefield 6 and RedSec Season 1 January update. So we did know that a few months back, RedSec came out as its hidden gem, I guess you would say, which, I mean, I knew for quite some time working at EA and everything like that, and QA testing it. And I had my doubts with it. And I voiced my opinions, my concerns about it, and we'll see what happened with this. So anyway, they said, thank you to the Battlefield community for your feedback and support since the launch of Battlefield 6 and our all new free-to-play destination built on Battlefield's iconic DNA, RedSec. Last year, our franchise received an unprecedented amount of support. Millions of players returned to Battlefield or joined us for the first time during the most successful launch in Battlefield history. Now, if you got like that last part specifically, you know, like the most successful launch in Battlefield history, well, think of it this way. Battlefield 3, Battlefield 4 had some pretty good launches, and the game did pretty well. Then it went to like Battlefield 1, Battlefield 5, those were good too. And then we had Battlefield 2042, which that game, when we had the beta, I still remember the beta was a month old. It wasn't updated or anything. The beta was a month old, and we played that and people had a good time on it. And then when it launched, everything just completely fell apart. Why? Because they had, you know, they introduced those operators that were like a hero shooter and stuff. They had special abilities and stuff. Like you had Pac that has pretty much wall hacks. She has ability where you put down a visor and you can see like through the wall for like a few seconds, which was basically wall hacking, right? Things like that. And the thing is, people didn't want that. So between 2042 and Battlefield 6, you know, there was like nothing really going on. Battlefield wise, nothing really going on. People were still playing like other Battlefield games, earlier titles, avoiding 2042 until Battlefield 6 came out. So why it was so big was because of how 2042 was, unfortunately. Now with people joining Battlefield, like now, like the newer people that were coming into Battlefield to try it out, well, just think, a lot of those people were just stuck on Call of Duty, and you know, Call of Duty wasn't doing well with, you know, Black Ops 6 and then soon to be Black Ops 7 wasn't doing so hot. And they're like, well, we don't have any other first person shooters to play. And that's still another big reason why I believe the FPS genre is just at the lowest possible, because these titans, these juggernauts of FPS games, not really doing so hot. They're not living up to like how it used to be, how the hype used to be. I remember playing multiple FPS games back in the day and also having a hard time in choosing which one I wanted to get because they were all so damn good. But now it's just like there's hardly any good ones to actually play during these times. And I'm saying FPS. I'm not saying third person. I know there's arc raiders and stuff like that, but I'm just saying first person wise, especially playing like an arcade shooter, because apparently a lot of people don't like that. But anyway, I digress. They said that they said that launch included a commitment to providing monthly content-rich updates for our players. After delivering a packed Season 1 in 2025, including the surprise launch of RedSec, a battle on the home front with California Resistance, the year-ending festive Winter Offensive event, as well as deploying several patches, we head into the new year excited about what's next. Now, that specific one, that specific paragraph irked a lot of people, including myself, because they said monthly rich content. The only content that we really got from this, and I'll go back from like start to finish. I may miss some. If that is the case, please comment down below and let me know which ones I missed. So from the very beginning, we had the battle pass that first came out. That's still happening. Basically like season 1 battle pass content that came out. We already had our series of weapons. We have, you know, all the maps and modes, you know, pretty much everything of the game, like the whole basic package and everything like that came out. We had Portal. Portal was fairly okay, but then like it immediately went away because people were already doing, you know, bot farming lobbies and things like that, making Portal unplayable. Like you couldn't access another game, like a legit game. You can't access like another legit mode on Portal because of these bot lobbies. And what happened with those bot lobbies, why it was stacking up, is because people would host them, and there's an option where it says host, and it says that you can check to make it a persistent lobby, meaning that it doesn't go away. Like once you're done with the session and stuff, it doesn't go away, it stays there. So a lot of people were making these persistent lobbies, so if they were to, you know, leave for the day or whatever, they can come back to that lobby, put their passcode in, and continue to bot farm and get XP. So that was one of them, or that was another thing. Another one that they had was going down the line is having challenges. Challenges had issues unlocking stuff in the battle pass. And what I'm saying is like challenges weren't tracking, or there was an issue with some of the challenges or like for your class where things were very vague. It wasn't specific. Like I remember one with the, I believe it was with the engineer. No, not engineer. It was with recon, and it was like earn points, like earn points from lased targets. Like so, somebody had to shoot like an RPG, or like had to shoot a lock-on shoulder fired rocket that has lock-on capabilities, right? And for a while, locking onto a jet and firing like a stinger or firing a javelin, it didn't count for some reason, until like I think it was like a week or 2 weeks later is when they finally did an update and it was fixed. But then later on, we had the winter offensive, which is the 1130 update that came out, and it was cool that we had like 2 maps, which was Eastwood and Blackwell Fields. Blackwell Fields was not really that great, to be honest, and Eastwood had some issues. It still has issues to this day after the update, where the helicopter ceiling in Eastwood is like only like 300 feet, so you can easily get hit by an RPG, or you can get sniped out of the helicopter depending of which one you're flying. And then on top of that, a lot of the bug fixes that happened before 1130 pretty much were undone. So we were having like challenges not tracking again. Now we're having like issues where the maps are having like this increase of like increased brightness. Is like I can't explain exactly, but it's like getting flashbang 24/7 on the map, and you can't do anything about it. The only thing you can do is leave the game, which again affects a lot of players, and it affects the game too. You know, there was times where I'm like, I wonder why the other team had like 6 people when we had like 12, and then I realized, oh, there's a lighting issue in the map. Not only that, but then they did a Empire State reskin where they made it snow, which was cool. I like that, how it was a seasonal thing. But a lot of people counted it as like a new map, but it wasn't really a new map. They did that because there was a mode that came out, which was it was like Conquest and Domination that had a freezing mechanic. If you weren't next to a barrel, your character would start getting cold, and you get to the point where they start freezing and they start losing, you know, some of their health. Now the only way to recover is to be next to a barrel, and then you'd be able to heal yourself and like regenerate your health, if that makes sense. So that was kind of cool, but I mean, again, it wasn't really monthly content rich updates. Oh, also we had Sabotage, which was to me personally, it was pretty fun. It was pretty fun to play, but it's just, once you knew how to do like use the AT-134 and curve the rockets and hit the box and stuff, it was very easy. They could have done a lot more with that. And again, it was just like after that update, the 1130, where everything was undone, it was like, well, we're back at square one with, you know, when the game launched. Still having netcode issues as well. Anyway, sorry, I'm just going on and on and on. So next they said here, doing our ongoing development, We continue to review community feedback, and in order to keep our promise, determine that our best path forward is to extend season 1 and give ourselves extra time to further polish and refine season 2. Now, there are some people that are upset about this, but the thing is, I can understand why they're doing that, because they want to fix a lot of issues in season 2, like make sure there's no, you know, bugs and stuff that's happening. Now, I'm gonna say this personally, since it's live service, there are going to be bugs. Now, it all depends the severity of it. Are they going to be game breaking? Is it going to be issues where it actually causes people to just leave, you know, things like that? Are there showstoppers, right? Then for me, I think, I hope while they're doing these bug fixes, they do something with season 1. Since they're extending season 1, at least do the bug fixes on season 1 to help alleviate some of the stuff in season 2. But again, I don't know how their pipeline works when it comes to building and packaging you know, builds. I'm not sure if like a team is working on one and working on another, and that's how we had that 1130 update issue, because it seemed like we got the latest stuff, but it wasn't with the fixed bugs, if that makes sense. So let's see here. The next thing they said that so season 1 will be extended past its in-game and end date of January 20th. They said we will launch season 2 on February 17th. The season 1 extension update to Battlefield 6 and RedSec will be released on January 20th, which will include new weekly challenges, a bonus path, and a continuation of the season 1 battle pass until the start date of season 2. Issue that I have here with the bonus path and the weekly challenges is, if you were playing Battlefield last week or the week before, they had Battlefield Pro or BF Pro, which is something that you had to purchase with your actual money. And there was an issue where you can only unlock 3 items out of the 10, I believe. And like the last character was like a copy of, you know, Call of Duty Ghosts, like the Call of Duty Ghosts like skin or whatever. That's what it looked like, that people are talking about. So people did all the challenges, including myself. We did all the challenges, including the bonus challenge, which gives 85 points. But we never received those 85 points, right? Battlefield did come out saying like we did address the issue. We did see that there's an issue and we are going to do a fix on it. And then they said those that are going to be, you know what? Here, I'll find it. So sorry, I had to go on Discord to find this. So right here from Total FPS, this is on the Battlefield Discord. It said that we are aware of an issue with the Battlefield Pro bonus path where the bonus challenge isn't awarding enough path points to complete the full path. It said that we're currently looking into an update so that the bonus path challenge is awarding the intended amount of points. After that, we'll begin investigating another update for players who have already completed the challenge, which will take additional time. Thank you for your patience and understanding. This was on New Year's Eve. It is the 14th. We still haven't received anything about that. Still haven't received any updates. I still haven't received my skins. The only skin I wanted on there was the F-16, which was like, it was like black with gunmetal and orange on it, and it was pretty cool. It looked like a really cool F-16. I can't get it because the bonus path that awards 85 points, apparently I already did that before the update. So those that are just like me were pretty much stuck in waiting for rewards. And again, this is the Battlefield Pro Battle Pass that people paid for. You had to pay Battlefield coins, which is you had to use actual money to purchase. So then they said this. So then they said we are also reinforcing Battlefield Labs as a public preview for future game updates in the late stages of development. Both the season 1 extension and the use of Battlefield Labs to set the foundation for new and exciting content throughout our live seasons, including what will come in season 2. So I have to like really look into that one, because I'm not entirely sure what they mean of this. Because originally how Battlefield Labs was is, hey, a select few got invited to Battlefield Labs, which basically you were able to play test, QA test, I guess you would say, future content. Obviously you're under NDA when you accept it and everything, but you are under NDA and you're able to like, you know, provide feedback and things like that of what you think of the new content that's going to be eventually coming out. But this, it seems like, hey, we're just going to show you guys, you know, this is what's coming up, like a roadmap or something like that of the content that's going to be coming out. That's what I'm reading. That's what I'm guessing. I could be wrong, but it seems like they're no longer going to be doing those testing, like doing testing, I guess you would say. There's like, hey, this is what's going on. Unless, I don't know, it could be a good thing. It could be a PTS, like they could do a public test server. They could do that. That'd be kind of cool. Like they did in Battlefield 4. They had like public test servers or test sessions, and that's how we got like night operations, which was really cool, which came out really awesome. This is the trailer that they have here. So as you guys saw there, it has like the green, like the gas, and then you have a gas mask. And there's a lot of speculation here, including myself. I'm thinking that this is going to be the theme of chemical warfare. So I feel like what we're going to get, as at least a weapon wise, we're going to get a gas grenade. Now, I hope this is a universal thing. It's not like sticking to one class, because that would be very annoying, which I think, again, EA might do. They might give the gas grenades to either support, or they're going to give it to assault. Engineers are not going to get it because obviously they're vehicle based. Recon, they're not going to get it because like why would Recon need a gas grenade, if that makes sense? And then you have the gas mask. So there might be some type of game where, like what they did with the winter update, instead of doing, you know, snow and things like that, there's going to be like a contaminated area, or you're fighting in the gas. And the thing is, you got to find like a clean area, I guess you would say, that's not affected by gas, to replenish your health, or to be clear of like a certain status, you know, things like that. So who knows? There's a lot of speculation with it. Now people are trying to say with RedSec, oh, they're gonna do gas instead, and a lot of people are like, oh hell no, don't do gas, keep the fire. And here's the thing, I could be wrong with this, because EA can do whatever they want, but if they make it gas instead of fire, well, they're going the Call of Duty route, and they completely destroyed their battle royale, or they completely ruined what's left of their battle royale. Because that's why RedSec was really cool, like was really good, and we all pitched it in the QA testing, was that having the fire, at first the fire used to just burn you for a while. You had like 5 seconds to get out of the fire, if not you're dead. But then we were like, why don't we just make it insta kill, so people don't do like, you know, in Call of Duty where they would do like the little, they camp in the gas and stuff like that, have gas masks and camp in the gas, and then you're just waiting for, you know, the player and stuff like that. They didn't want that, so we were just like, just have an insta kill. You get burned, you're burned. That's it. Have an indicator like, hey, the fire's on your ass, you better move. If not, then you die, and that's it. So I'm glad that, like, it's cool that they have that in there, and I hope that they do not take the instant kill fire ring out. Just saying. But I'm wondering what this is going to be like with the gas. Anyway, it said, we look forward to sharing more details about season 2 in February, and a greater 2026 roadmap for Battlefield 6 and the RedSec in the near future. They said that season 1 January update details right here. They said prior to the January 20th season 1 extension update, expect update notes about the exact fixes and stability improvements from our community team. This update notes post, as well as previous update note posts, can be found in the game update section of our website here. The season 1 extension will also have an additional bonus path, a showcase of Portal community experiences, several double XP periods, and free daily login rewards. So basically saying this is what's going to happen in 2026. We're going to have some, you know, double XP weekends and stuff like that. Portal community experience. Hopefully they promote more of the Portal mode, because on there it just says community in one of the drop downs, but they should just make it Portal, so it's just simple, more simple. And then free daily login rewards, trying to make sure to kind of keep people like playing Battlefield. It's just like, or just to at least open the game up, is having those daily logins. So I can see that. All right, so then it said Frostfire bonus path available January 27th. All right, let's see what they're gonna say here. They said available on January 27th. Unlock a new customization rewards, including a weapon package and a soldier skin, as well as XP boosts. By advancing through the tiers of the Frostfire bonus path, additional rewards require purchase of season 1 battle pass. So basically purchasing the battle pass, which means you're gonna get BF Pro as well, if I recall, which is basically like Call of Duty's Black Self, if that makes sense. Then they said here, they said free rewards from the Frostfire bonus path will include a hardware XP boost, a vehicle skin, and player card customization items, while Battle Pass owners can grab a new weapon package, a career XP boost, and additional customization items. I don't know about it for anybody else, but I feel like the hardware XP boost doesn't really do anything because of how the progression is for the weapons. Like, you have to get 1,000 kills to get to a mastery 50, which I'm currently doing right now, which is a pain. But it just seems like the hardware boost doesn't really do anything, especially if you're on sniper rifles. It's insane. So hopefully it makes some adjustments later on when they're talking about, you know, doing some updates and everything, that they make some adjustments on the weapon progression. At least the Frostfire bonus path can be completed concurrently alongside with the season 1 battle pass. In other words, you do not need to choose to make progress between a season 1 battle pass, i.e. Rogue Ops, Soldiers of Fortune, and the Frostfire bonus path. Each bonus path tier requires 10 bonus path points to unlock, which means you need to earn 110 bonus path points to complete the bonus path. So basically, like just like any other bonus path that you need to do or battle pass, it's the same thing. It said, unlike previous bonus paths, all bonus path points for the Frostfire bonus path are earned through weekly challenges. There are no bonus challenges associated with this bonus path. They probably learned from the mistake of Battlefield Pro of how they just didn't have enough. And again, I have a thing with challenges and stuff. They need to really look at the challenges before they even go further. Before even putting it out, they need to like really look at it, because they had a lot of challenges that they had to revise because people were like, dude, what the heck is this? Like doing 300 suppressions with LMG. That means you cannot kill the person. If you guys do not know, suppression is basically firing where like the enemy is overwhelmed, I guess you would say. It doesn't kill them. It's just bullets are whizzing by them, and you have to basically screw up your accuracy, like your accuracy count or on your record. You have to ruin that just to get that challenge done, which is crazy. Anyway, they said for each weekly challenge, the amount of points earned varies by challenge. For example, an easier weekly challenge can award a range of bonus path points depending on difficulty. Not all weekly challenges reward bonus path points. Consult your in-game challenges menu for more information and see how that works. For example, with Winter Offensive. Now, I could be wrong. Reading this, I'm concerned, because how they said that the weekly challenge they said that for the weekly challenge, the amount of points earned varies by challenge. That part varies by the challenge. I feel like they might push RedSec onto people, and that's how you would get like the most points, is something related to RedSec instead of multiplayer. If you were a multiplayer person like myself and don't want to touch RedSec and you re-roll, then I feel like they're going to give you less points. That is a huge issue that I have, because then that means like, oh, you have to go play RedSec, but it shouldn't be something that you have to do. But I feel like it might be some sort of tactic that they do to get people to play RedSec. So just saying that. And then the thing is, if it's vice versa, if you only have RedSec and you're trying to get these challenges, then they're like, well, now you have to pay $70 or $100 to get the full game in order to do the said challenges to get those points. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of weird. But anyway, they said that Valentine's Day, daily login rewards, double XP weekends, and more, which we already know that was going to happen. They said later this update will be celebrating Valentine's Day. Commit to your duo now or forever hold your peace. We're also introducing another set of daily login rewards and several double XP weekends throughout the update period. They should just give us a week. Just give us weeks. Give us 2 weeks of double XP, please. They said all these moments will be communicated in-game and through our social media channels. Stay connected with us on the following platforms by clicking each link to our official accounts. And then they have them listed. They said, moving forward together, we look forward to continue our conversations with you, the Battlefield community, both in-game and across our official channels. Again, thank you for being part of our community and joining us for the future of this franchise, starting with our next update on January 20th, 2026. So in 6 days as of this recording. We'll see you on the battlefield. All right, so there's a thing I wanted to talk about. Where did it go? It was this. We look forward to sharing more details about Season 2 in February and the greater 2026 roadmap for Battlefield 6 and RedSec in the near future. This is just a little pet peeve of mine lately. I'm just wondering, like, is anybody else kind of tired of roadmaps, of like seeing like the content coming out. Like we get the full on like layout of the content, and like then we're just like you know, like we don't have a chance to be like excited for it really, because they just like give us everything and like anything and everything right there and then. Like they don't tease anything really. It's not like, you know, if they have a brand new weapon, they show like a small section of it, like showing like, oh, this weapon is like a 5.5, like a NATO 5.56 weapon, or like a 7.62 weapon, or a 50 caliber, like show like a 50 caliber bullet, or like a, you know, an M109, you know, magazine. No, sorry, 107, sorry, an M107 light 50 magazine, like a Barrett 50 cal magazine. Like showing something like that would be kind of cool, because we're like, oh shoot, I'm guessing like we're gonna have a 50 cal for a sniper rifle or something. Like doing that would be cool. To me, it's just like showing roadmap. Let me see if I can find a roadmap. Yeah, so like seeing this right here, like seeing this roadmap, it's like they just give you everything right there and then. I just wish that I wish they didn't. That makes sense. If like, oh, you know, winter offensive, like show like a small section of, you know, of New York that's cold, of that's frozen over or something. Eastwood, show like, you know, show like the Hollywood Hills and then like LA in the background, so you to give us like, you know, like some way to like think about it, you know, build some hype on it. With Blackwell Fields, I don't know, have, you know, they could have had, honestly, they could have had like an oil well or something like that was just like lit on fire, like how, I mean, I'm sorry to take it back and, you know, trigger some people, but like how it was, like, you know, we were in Kuwait and we're about to invade Iraq, where the oil wells were lit up and everything, like something like that. Like it'd be kind of interesting to see. And then like having more of the, and having like, you know, the guns and stuff, again, like show bits and pieces of the guns. Don't do like showing the whole weapon like they're doing here. Like show like an in-game graphic of a weapon or something. Like, let me see, let me look up another one. Okay, so like for instance, we're just gonna look at this, like this thumbnail right here, but like show like this section right here of the weapon, or like right here. Like if you take this right here, people may speculate, hey, it could be an MP7, or it could be some sort of like mod of an MP7 or an SMG, something like that. Give us like something like, so we can have some speculation on it, you know what I mean? Like I would love to build up on that. So let's see, I think it's Battlefield 6 or Battlefield 3. Okay, yeah, they didn't really show roadmaps or anything like that. Seeing these, like seeing this right here, that builds up a lot of hype right there. We get what, you know, we got the cover of it, so we know, like, you know, it matches the theme. Endgame is like, okay, end all be all, just full on all out warfare that's gonna happen. Aftermath, okay, we're gonna, something that deals with a lot of destruction. We may get a very destructible map or maps. Armored kill, it's gonna be a lot of open areas, tanks and stuff. Most likely it's gonna be heavy vehicle based. Close quarters, all right, the person got it, it looks like they have an M4 or an SMG, and we're gonna be like in buildings and things like that, which they did. And then back to Karkand, if you look in the background, it looks like Gulf of Oman, and that was the very first DLC that came out for the game. So again, this makes people speculate, like, oh, we don't know what the maps are going to look like. We're getting new weapons. We don't know what the weapons are going to look like. So I'm curious of doing that, you know, and those actually, these hit really well. Let me see if I can find, I think Battlefield 4 did the same thing. Battlefield had the same thing. You had Battlefield 4 Premium, which you would get all this stuff. Night operations. You see the person they have, it's funny thing is they don't have NVGs on, which was very surprising. Community operations, that's like their playtest server, which I thought was awesome, is a PTS. So hopefully that Battlefield Labs, they do something like that, have community operations do that. China Rising, so they had like, you know, big giant bombers. I remember they added was it the B1 bomber, I think, that they added in there. Second Assault, and this was Operation Metro that's came back. Dragon's Teeth, which was really good. Naval Strike, I will say was my all-time favorite DLC out of all of it, because that's when we got a new mode. We got Carrier Assault. They had, I believe the F-35s were still in there, because I think the F-18s weren't in here, which was kind of misleading on this. When they're like, oh yeah, they put the F-18s on there. I'm like, yeah, but you guys have F-35s. So anyway, then they had Final Stand, which you can see the person has a railgun in their hand, and it's in the snow, and there's like, I believe there's just like snowy mountain maps. I believe that's what it was. But it was cool. It was cool seeing like all this stuff happening. And again, they don't give you much. They don't give you like a map. They don't give you the guns or anything. They just say, there's just like, this is the only thing you have. You speculate what they're gonna have. It may make people mad. I will be honest, it will make some people mad, but in the end, it can be very rewarding, because the thing is, we're like, if they really hit it off with like the next maps, let's just say if they do, let's just say that they did do Armored Kill, right? Or if they did Armored Kill in Battlefield 6. Now just think about that. Like, this is all you have. They're like, this is all you have to go off of. But we're giving you, let's just let's give it a ballpark. Giving you 3 maps. We're going to give you 2 original maps that we created, and then we'll give you an OG map, right? Let's just say that. We're going to give you what? We'll give you like two new vehicles, probably helicopters. We don't know what, it's just 2 new vehicles. We'll just say that 2 new vehicles. We don't know what it could be, or it could be 4, you know? So we could be like 2 on each faction. You have 4 new vehicles, could be new weapons, things like that. That right there could build up a lot of hype because we don't know what it could be. We don't know what the vehicles could be. We don't know what the maps are going to be, especially if you're going to have an OG map come back. You know, there are a plethora of maps that you can choose from, but it all depends on how they're going to do this. And that's why I'm like really hoping that, you know, season 2 really knocks it out of the park. And in the future, if they ever want to go away from roadmaps, I don't mind it, because then we get stuff like this where we get hyped. I still remember when Armored Kill was coming out and we only got this, and we're like, okay, so we got an F-18, we got a Black Hawk, and we got a tank, and the map looks pretty empty. It's going to be a vast area. It's going to be a very big area. The maps that they had for Armored Kill, freaking massive. Bandar Desert, which was this map. So the Bandar Desert, which was very big. And then they had like a few, they had this one. I can't remember the actual name of it, but it was like an open field. It was like a big, like grassy open field, and it was insane. And then they had this map, which was like a night map, which was cool because I'm like, cool, they brought night maps in, which was really sick too. So again, it's just like these things, like they could really hit it off with these maps. They can really hit it off with this game. Listen to what the community is saying, and you guys will be, and they will be fine. They will be fine. Battlefield will be fine. Like, we got to go away from having infantry based maps to like really unlocking Battlefield. Bring like it feels like Battlefield is like a beast locked up in chains, and it's like we're teasing, like they're like teasing having the beast out. Like right now we see what it looks like, what the beast looks like, right? But it's like just release them. Just break the chains off. Let it rip. Break the chains off. Bring out the big Titan maps that it has. I just elbow dropped the shit out of my chair right now. But yeah, just do that, and we will and Battlefield will be good. It will be good. Like, stop holding back. That's all I beg of EA and DICE. Don't hold back. Give us, because we know what Battlefield's capable of. We've seen it. Don't hold back. Bring it all out. Bring it all out. If you have to scale it down just a little bit, so it's not like, you know, because I understand it's like what, 30, it's a 64 player map, 32 on 32, I believe. Or is it 32 on 32? Or is it a 36 player map? I can't remember. Or no, 64 player, right? 64 player, right? Yeah. Damn, I can't even remember now. Anyway, yeah. If they got to scale it down just a tiny bit, cool, but still make it big, have it vast, make it big, and things like that, and it'll be good. It'll be fine. And also, again, just work on the netcode, weapon progression, things like that. So I'm sorry, I'm rambling on, but that's all I got for this video. I appreciate everybody. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. And yeah, let me know in the comments what you guys think about Battlefield and season 2 being delayed and being pushed back. Do you guys think it's for the better? Do you guys think it's for the worse? And also, what do you guys think is going to happen in season 2? All right. Stop channel. See you guys later. Have a good one. Peace.